She appears on track to put a price on carbon, but the Prime Minister is off to a torrid start in her campaign to sell the idea. Gillard has faced a barrage of questions over why she's introducing an effective tax on carbon when she ruled it out before the election. Tony Abbott is keeping the pressure on too. He says the scheme would amount to a conspiracy by the Parliament against the people. But Ms Gillard is undeterred, vowing to give as good as she gets in the debate over carbon pricing. From Canberra, political correspondent Greg Jennett.
Many leaders tripped on the carbon pricing trail, and Julia Gillard's prepared for the worst.
And it'll be fast and furious, and it'll be a difficult debate.
She didn't have to wait long for the fury.
Do you accept the fact that you've stolen an election with a false promise?
Oh, Alan, what a load of nonsense.
Before the Prime Minister can attempt to sell her carbon tax, she's first got to clear the air on her pre-election promise not to have one.
There will be no carbon tax under the government I lead.
It's not proving to be easy for her or her chief negotiator.
We presented legislation to the Senate on 3 occasions in the last term of Parliament, you might recall.
Sure, but the promise not in this term.
Am I going to be allowed to speak, Fran?
What's wrong with saying sorry or that you have a different opinion now?
Does anybody seriously contend that at the end of that political debate, people didn't understand that the Labor Party believed in pricing carbon?
I think that the Australian public are entitled to feel absolutely and utterly ripped off by this. I think if the Prime Minister wants to make, politically speaking, an honest woman of herself, she needs to seek a mandate for a carbon tax, and she should do that at the next election.
On the tax itself, Tony Abbott's back in the market with the same message he took to the campaign.
This is the mother of all taxes. In the first instance, this tax will hit your power bills, it will hit your petrol bills.
That's a claim the government's taking head-on. It's dismissing estimates the regime could add $300 a year to household energy bills, because it says it doesn't yet know what the starting price for carbon will be. And even when it does, compensation will soften the impact.
No one should be concerned about the figures they've seen in today's newspapers.
Hard hats at the ready, let the hard sell begin. Greg Jennett, ABC News, Canberra.